Hello, everyone. Are you ready to get scammed? No? Yeah. Nobody really wants to get scammed. But the fact is, landlords, you are a target for scammers. Today, we're revealing 7 tenant scams every landlord needs to watch out for. Plus, we'll show you how to protect your rental property, your wallet, and my favorite thing to protect, your sanity. So whether you're new to landlording or have been at it for years, these scams can catch anyone off guard. First one, the overpayment. You just found what you think is a great tenant. They send you a check for the first month rent and the security deposit. The problem is, it's too much. Here's where it gets a little tricky. They ask you to refund the difference. Then that first check bounces and you're out thousands. Here are the key warning signs. They have an urgency to move in fast. They have that overpayment via check. Stories like they're living overseas or it's for my company's relocation. How do you prevent these things from happening? Only accept rent and deposits through a secure payment platform. And remember, this is your property. Control the pace that things need to happen. The next one is the fake landlord scam and sublease scenario. A tenant poses as the landlord, then reposts your listings on Craigslist and collects deposits from renters. Suddenly, strangers start showing up at your unit claiming they have already paid to live there. What are warning signs for this one? The tenant asks to handle their own subleases. Unknown people start showing up. Rent payments are not going through your approved system. So how do you prevent this? Never allow subletting without written approval. And periodically check online to see if your property is listed. You can use Google alerts for some of these things too. Use lease clauses prohibiting unauthorized tenants, and then use TurboTenant to manage your lease agreements and securely handle digital signing. Want to get really fancy? Put a watermark on your photos so they can't be reused. The next one is the fake application scam. So you get this perfect applicant. They have excellent credit, a stable income, and strong references. Except it's all fake. Turns out they used AI to generate fake pay stubs, ID documents, and other documents. What are the warning signs for this one? The references are friends or they're unverified. The employer contact goes to a Google Voice number. The income seems just a little too good to be true. Well, here's how TurboTenant can help you. TurboTenant's partnership with RentButter can help mitigate fraud by using real-time identity verification with a selfie, and use direct source income matching to plug directly into a tenant's bank account for accurate income and spending habits. The next one is phishing and wire fraud. A scammer may send a phishing email to one of your tenants claiming to be you. In it, they ask the tenant to wire rent to a new account. The tenant falls for it, and you don't get paid rent. Some of the warning signs for this one are urgent all caps messages. The tenant asking random questions about rent payments. Emails are coming from suspicious domains like .xyz or .cc or one you've never heard of before. So how do you protect yourself from this one? Never share payment info through email. TurboTenant ensures tenants pay through a secure encrypted platform, and you're notified the moment funds are initiated. Also emphasize that all communication happens on TurboTenant with your tenants. That can protect you in a lot of ways as well. Another one is hiding property damage. So you walk into your property and everything seems fine, but the tenant has hidden property damage. Maybe they patched up a hole in the wall or poorly taped together some plumbing in an attempt to get their full security deposit back. Warning signs are hanging art in places that don't make sense, a mirror or furniture to cover up large holes, fresh paint on faded paint to conceal a hole or water damage, heavy air freshener smells to conceal smoke, pet, or mildew odors. So, how do you protect yourself in this one? Conduct routine inspections every 6 months. Thoroughly inspect the property every time a tenant moves out. Take your time in that process. If they're starting to rush you, it could be a red flag. Also, hire an inspector. That can be a real lifesaver in these situations. So here's another one. Credit repair scams. The renter might say that they're fixing their credit. Can I pay more upfront instead? And then they offer extra cash to pay months in advance to skip the tenant screening process. Often they'll stop paying after a month or two. Then they're really hard to evict. So what are warning signs? They offer a large sum of money to pay up front. They have a lot of resistance to screening or application processes that you have. They have inconsistent stories about employment or past rentals. These are all things to watch out for. So how do you protect yourself? Always run a background check and a credit check, no matter what, and use a reputable source to do it. Set consistent screening criteria for all of your applicants. Don't make exceptions. Also, have rent paid consistently through one platform, ideally one like TurboTenant. The next one is the fake ESA or service animal letters. Suppose a tenant submits a generic letter downloaded from the internet claiming they have an emotional support animal to override your pet policy or fees. The problem is that letter isn't legit. What are warning signs? They have suspicious or generic provider names, no doctor signature, and just the letter doesn't look right. So how do you protect yourself? You must follow fair housing laws, but you're allowed to verify documentation. There are plenty of services out there that can help with that, and oftentimes the tenant pays for them. So check those out and protect yourself in these scenarios. Being a landlord means being vigilant. Stay on your toes to ensure that you don't fall into a tenant scam, and use TurboTenant to screen smarter, collect rent safer, and manage your properties with more confidence. So be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want a safer, easier way to manage your rentals, start using TurboTenant for free today. The link is in the description. Have a great day, everybody.